Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we'll continue with the quadrilaterals midpoint theorem. Okay, so here I am covering with the midpoint theorem, the converse of midpoint theorem, intercept theorem, and the problems based on those theorems. Alright, so I would request you to stay along with me, solve the problems along with me. Okay, and if you have any doubt, please ask me. Alright, let's continue with the midpoint theorem. Okay, now the midpoint theorem says that the line segment joining the midpoints of two sides of a triangle is parallel to the third side. Means what? So here E and F are the midpoints of line segment AB and line segment AC of triangle ABC. Alright. Now we have to prove that EF is parallel to BC and also EF is half of BC. Alright. Okay. So here we are going to take a construction to prove this theorem. So what is the construction? We are extending EF, okay, from F side, and we are making a parallel line to AB, okay, which intersect this line with D, okay, here in point D, and so B is parallel to CD here. All right. Now can you see these two triangles here? Okay. See, we have to prove EF is parallel to BC. Now for that, what we are trying to do exactly? We are trying to prove BEDC is a parallelogram. And based on that, we'll prove that F is the midpoint of ED. And based on that, we'll prove the result which we are looking for. Alright. So, I am taking triangle AEF and triangle CDF. Alright. Now, here in these two triangles, what can I say about this angle and this angle? Yes, very good. They are vertically opposite angles. Angle AFE, AFE equals angle CFD. Vertical angles, correct? Also, F is the midpoint of AC. So, what can I say about this two? Yes, they are also same. So, AF equals FC. F is the midpoint given. And what can I say about this angle and this angle? See, we have taken this construction that this CD is parallel to BE. So, eventually BA is parallel to CD. So, these two are alternate angles, right? Yes. So, angle B, or I can say EAF equals angle FCD. Alternate angles. So, these two triangles are congruent, right? Triangle AEF is congruent to triangle CDF. Now, see what happen if we prove this. By CPCT, can I say that F is the midpoint of ED? That's what we wanted, right? So, therefore, EF is equals to FD. Here we applied the ASA rule. You have to mention this, okay? And this is by CPCT. So, what I have concluded, F is the midpoint of ED, correct? Now, see, therefore, what can I say? This two, okay? Yes, EF is parallel to BC also. Yes, so which implies that EF is parallel to BC, right? And therefore, what can I say? This is a parallelogram, correct? Which one? Therefore, BEDC, quadrilateral BEDC is a parallelogram. correct? So why? Because see, opposite sides are equal and parallel, right? So this equals to this, and we got this equals to this. So eventually BE equals to CD, and BE is parallel to CD, so it is a parallelogram. And therefore what I can say, EF is parallel to BC. Also, because of parallelogram, BC is equals to ED. Therefore what I can say, yes, we have proved it. EF is half of BC. So result 1 is proved here and the 2. So midpoint theorem is proved, right? Great. Now converse of midpoint theorem. So what it is saying, the line drawn through the midpoint of one side of a triangle parallel to the other side bisects the third side. Now means what? See, E is given the midpoint of AB. Now line passing from E, okay, which is line L here, it is parallel to BC, that is given to us, okay, and that L intersect AC in F, and we have to prove that F is the midpoint of AC. Alright, do you understand what we have to prove now? We have to prove that F is the midpoint of AC. Again, we are taking a construction such that CD is parallel to B, okay, and D is here on line L, which intersect line L, correct? Alright, now similar manner, okay, see, here we are given this parallel, okay, line L is parallel to BC. Also, now we have taken BE is parallel to CD. So what can I say? Yes, quadrilateral BEDC is a parallelogram. Now, therefore, what can I say? BE equals CD, and therefore BE and AE are same. So these three are same now, correct? So therefore, what I can say, AE is equals to CD. Now can I prove that these two triangles are congruent? Again, yes, I can. Which two triangles I am talking about? AEF and triangle CDF. Now let's try to prove them congruent. Okay. So here we already proved that AE is equals to CD. Okay, we just proved this. Then I can say these two angles are congruent. Again, vertically opposite angles. Angle AFE congruent to angle CFD. Correct? Vertically opposite angles. And these are again alternate pair angles. So, angle EAF equals angle FCD. Correct? Alternate angles. So, by angle sum rule of triangle, I can say now angle E is same as angle D. Correct? I can say that angle AEF equals angle CDF. So by ASA rule, now what I can say, these two triangles are congruent. Therefore, triangle AEF is congruent to triangle CDF. ASA rule, yes, ASA rule again, right? So, now what can I say? By CPCT, AF and FC are equal, correct? So, AF equals FC by CPCT, and therefore F is the midpoint of AC, correct? We proved it. F is the midpoint AC. Hence proved. Alright, great. Alright, now equal intercept theorem. Now for ICSE board, this is as a theorem, and for CBSE they have given this as an example. Okay, in NCERT. So let's understand this. It is very interesting fact. Okay. Now what does it say? If a transversal make equal intercept on three or more parallel lines, then any other line cutting them with also make equal intercept. Ma'am, we couldn't understand anything. So don't worry. See what they are saying. First of all, break this. Okay, three or more parallel lines. So here L, M and N, we are taking parallel lines. Okay. Now, a transversal. Okay, so transversal P we are taking. Now, what does this intercept means? So, intercept is nothing but this line segment between these two parallel lines. So, here AB is one intercept. Okay, and BC is the other intercept through this transversal P. Okay. Same way, if I talk about transversal Q, then D, E and EF are the intercepts. Okay. Now, this AB and BC given equal. Okay. They are equal intercepts. So, we have to prove that DE and EF also equal. Now, you get it? What we have to prove? Yes. So, now we are going to use midpoint theorem to prove this. So what I am going to take here, I'll just consider triangle CACF. Okay. So in triangle ACF, see B is the midpoint. Why? Because AB is equals to BC. Can I say that? Yes. So AB is equals to BC. This is given. Therefore B is the midpoint of AC. Now M is parallel to N. This is also given. M is parallel to N given. So can I apply the converse of midpoint theorem to prove that G is the midpoint of AF? Yes, I can. So therefore, by converse of midpoint theorem, what I can say, G is the midpoint of AF. Alright. Now, if I consider triangle AFD, then what happened? Tell me. Triangle AFD. Yes, many of you will tell it is easy now. Yes. So G is the midpoint here and L and M are parallel, right? So G is the midpoint. We already proved that G is midpoint of AF and L parallel to M given. Therefore, what can we say? E is the midpoint of? Yes, very good. E is the midpoint of DF. Again, converse theorem. Okay. So, what we have proved that DE is equals to EF. Hence, proved. Right? Very easy. Great. Now, this question is again very easy and based on the midpoint theorem. So, what is given to us? ABCD is a quadrilateral. Okay. And PQRS are the midpoints of AB, BC, CD and AD respectively. Alright. Then we have to prove that SR is parallel to AC. SR is half of AC. PQ is equals to SR and PQRS is a parallelogram. Many of you will tell, ma'am, this is so easy. So how it is easy? See, they have given the hint, right? AC is the diagonal. They have given the hint. So which triangle do I take? Yes, very good. Triangle ADC. So in triangle ADC, S and R are midpoints of AD and DC. Correct? Therefore, by midpoint theorem, yes, SR is parallel to AC and SR is half of AC. So, first result, we have proved this by midpoint theorem, right? Alright. Now, same way. Yes. Which triangle? Correct. Triangle ABC. P and Q are midpoints of? Correct. Midpoints of AB and BC. Therefore, PQ is parallel to AC and PQ is half of AC. So, let me take this as result 1 and result 2. So, from result 1 and 2, again this is midpoint theorem, okay? Please write the reason. So, 1 and 2, what I can say? PQ equals to SR. So, we proved the second result also. Yes. And now, see, also, what I can say? PQ is parallel to SR. PQ equals to SR and PQ parallel to SR. One pair of the opposite side of a quadrilateral are equal and parallel, so it is a parallelogram. We already learnt in our part 1. Correct? Therefore, quadrilateral PQRS is a parallelogram. See, if you haven't watched the part 1, then I request you to watch that first and then solve this part afterwards. Okay? Alright, great. Again, interesting question. ABCD is a trapezium where AB is parallel to CD. Okay, these two are parallel. BD is the diagonal and E is the midpoint. E is the midpoint of AD. A line is drawn through E parallel to AB, intersect BC at F, and we have to show that F is the midpoint of BC. So now here, see, AB is parallel to DC is given and also that is parallel to EF. Okay, these things are given to us. See, so by applying intercept theorem, what we can say, DE equals to EA. D equals to EA, which implies that CF equals to BF, equal intercept between equal intercepts between parallel lines. See, CBSE students, if this theorem is not for you, I mean it is not there for you, so prove it, okay? Just like we proved the intercept theorem, so prove the same results over here, alright? So that is only the thing you have to change here. Instead of writing by applying intercept theorem, you have to prove it and you can show it. So therefore, F is the midpoint of BC, right? Alright. Now, we are given some facts, okay? So here these lines are parallel and intercepts are given equal. See, CD is equals to D is given, and we are given some value. So let's say which value. AB is given 7.2 centimeter. EF, where is EF, is 4 centimeter. Then BD is 4.1 centimeter, and CG is 11 centimeter, and we have to find some lengths. Okay, BC, GE, then AE and DF. All right, so let's do it. So we know that intercepts are equal. So by applying the intercept theorem, what I can say, AB equals to BC. So by directly applying that, I can say that BC is equals to 7.2 centimeter, right? Now GE, where is GE? FE is given. So FE is equals to GF. This is also 4 centimeter. So GE is equals to, let me write here. See, I am writing second one. GE is equals to EF plus GF. Here you have to mention for all these questions, we are applying the intercept theorem. Alright. So 4 plus 4, which is 8 centimeter. So we got this one. Now AE we have to find about triangle ACE. What I can say, BD is half of A, correct? Because B and D are midpoints. Therefore AE is equals to 2 times BD and 2 times 4.1, which is 8.2 centimeter, right? So we are done with this. Now DF we have to find. Yes, you got it. Very smart. So DF is half of CG, correct? So half of 11. How much is it? Yes, 5.5 centimeter. So we are done with all the values. Great. All right. Now this question is important. Okay. See what they have given. ABC is a right angle at C. So this is 90 degree. A line through the midpoint M of hypotenuse AB. So M is the midpoint. That means these two are equal. Okay. And this line segment is parallel to BC. So this are parallel. Okay. Which intersect AC at D. And we have to show that D is the midpoint of AC. Easy. Converse of midpoint theorem. Yes, very good. So, M is the midpoint of AB. And what I can say, MD is parallel to BC. Given. These both are given, right? So, what I can say, therefore, D is the midpoint of AC. Converse of midpoint theorem. Alright. Now, therefore, what I can say, therefore, MD is half of BC also, if this is required. No. Okay. Now we have to prove that MD is perpendicular to AC. So these two are parallel, right? BC and MD are parallel, and this is 90 degrees. So automatically this is also 90 degrees. So let's write this. BC parallel to MD, angle BCD equals to angle or I can say plus angle MDC is equals to 180. What is the reason? Supplementary angles. So therefore angle, this is 90 degree plus angle MDC is equals to 180, and therefore angle MDC is equals to 90, and therefore what I can say, MD is perpendicular to AC. So we proved these two results. Alright. Now if I talk about two triangles, which two triangles? Let me write it here. This and this. Triangle CMD and triangle AMD. What can I say? MD is common. Then this is 90, so this is also 90. They both are same. Angle MDC is equals to angle MDA. And we proved that D is the midpoint of AC. So CD is equals to AD. So by which criteria? Yes, SAS. So triangle CMD is congruent to triangle AMD. SAS. So therefore what I can say, AM is equals to CM. Correct? And AM is midpoint of AB. So AM is half of AB. Correct? So this is by CPCT. Okay. So we proved it. The third result also. Right? Great. Okay. Now, good question. Okay. Here, adjacent sides of a parallelogram are equal. See, when adjacent sides of a parallelogram are equal, it is called a rhombus. Remember that? We learned in part 1. Right? So, ABCD is a rhombus. I can say is a rhombus. Alright. Now this is a rhombus. Now what we have to prove? Let's say the diagonal. Okay. Let diagonal AC equals to AB equals to X and BD is equals to Y. So we have to prove that X to Y. Okay. Show that the diagonals are in ratio. So the bigger diagonal, okay, X to Y is root 3 upon 1. This we have to prove. Alright. Now how to prove this? So see, let's understand this. Here this is X. These all are X. And I am taking AC as X. So what can I say? X by 2. Because we know that the diagonals bisect each other. This is Y. So this is Y over 2. And we also know that the diagonals perpendicular for a rhombus. Right? So by using this all facts. Okay. So here BD perpendicular to AC because diagonals of rhombus. Okay. And therefore what I can say, triangle AOD. If I'll take triangle AOD, then yes, AO square plus OD square equals AD square. We apply the Pythagoras theorem. Now AO is X by 2 plus OD is Y by 2 and AD is X. Okay, and now if we simplify this, so what do we get? X square upon 4 plus Y square upon 4 equals to X square. And if we simplify and all, what do we get? So I'll get 3x square upon 4 is equals to y square upon 4, and this gives me 3x square equals to y square. As we are talking about the lengths, if I take the square root, I'll get root 3x equals to, what I'll get? This is equals to y, correct? And therefore x upon y equals to 1 over root 3. Or I can say y over x equals to root 3 upon 1. So the diagonals are in this ratio. Okay, we have to prove that, right? Okay, now the use the information given in the figure to show that AB is equals to AC. Now here we are given that these two are equal. Okay, PA equals to AQ. This is given to us. Also they have given that these three are right angles. Now can you say that what, how can you relate this? See, PQ, AD and QC. What you can say about those three? As these are right angles, so yes, they are parallel, right? So by given right angles, what we can conclude? PQ parallel to AD parallel to QC. We concluded this. Now see, we are given that PA is equals to AQ. PA is equals to AQ given. But they are intercepts, right? These are intercepts between parallel lines. So what I can say? Yes, these are also equal. So therefore BD equals DC, intercept theorem. CBSE students, please prove it. Okay, here again. Uh, so now what can I say about this triangle ABD and triangle ADC? I have AD is common, then angle ADB equals angle ADC 90 degree, and we just proved that BD is equals to DC, right? Therefore these two triangles are congruent, correct? So by CPCT, what can I say? Therefore AB is equals to AC, correct? We proved this result, right? I hope you understood all. Okay. Now, if you have done this, I mean, if you have solved this along with me, then it's amazing. If you have not solved them, please try to solve them. If you like this session, so please write in a comment. Okay. Uh, Subscribe my channel, share it with your friends, and thank you for watching.